Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Game time getting close, and for this guy, he's hoping for the same result they came away with last week. That was a win for them, and the touchdown he scored on the ground was a big help to their cause. It's the Cowboys going up against the Packers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lamb. Another pistol look here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Caught on the right side by Adams. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the... And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol, and they'll go on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Caught by Nelson left side. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring... On second down, here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 11th. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play. I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that, because the only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was... The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards to go on second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Holding defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. They run the counter now on first down. And he's brought down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Can't find anyone open. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Tremendous field position there. And
Rodgers will try again on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a touch.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. It's a tie game. You don't want to do anything crazy, right? I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there. All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Holding offense.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got some decisions to make now. In field goal range already. How do you play this out?
You check with your kicker to make sure the spot that he told you that he wants it is still the same as the game has gone on, because sometimes the kickers have to make adjustments. They may all of a sudden become more confident about their range and their spot. They may become less confident about it. Where do you want it, and what is the range that we need to get into for you to kick the one through the post for us to win it?
So this game possibly could end on the foot of the kicker here in overtime. Uses this stiff arm. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.